Hello everyone, this is Natalie again, your friendly neighborhood birdie, here to not build another ranch, probably. I say probably because the other day I randomly remembered the Plumbella build challenge. I had planned to do it and then forgotten about it for a while. But now that I remembered it, I just tried one, just for the fun of it, for myself. And it was immediately so hard that I thought it is impossible. I managed it though. So after that torture, I thought, well, let's actually do a video on it. I'm gonna treat it like the James Turner build challenge generator, where I randomize 3 times so we get a little bit of a look of the options. And then the third thing I roll will actually be the one I have to build. This is the generator. It's a per chance generator. I'm gonna link it in the description too. Let me randomize it for the first time. Okay, I think this one is doable, although I think the money is a little tight for maximalism. A little tight. But sure. This was randomized 1. Randomized 2. It will have 4 floors and 2 rooms? That's impossible, Plumbella. What? Or unless we leave out the floor of 2 of those floors and have it be very, very high ceiling. Does that count? Your disadvantage for this build is that you cannot have anything symmetrical. Okay, I'm really happy that wasn't the third random. I mean, that is... Oh my god. Third randomize now. The building style of your house is Queen Anne Victorian, and your color theme will be pastels. It will have 2 floors and 9 rooms. Your budget for this build is 36,268 simoleons exactly. It houses 8 sims? Your disadvantage for this build is that you cannot use debug. How will I do a Queen Anne Victorian house with 9 rooms for 8 sims on that budget? Ay. Well, okay, I guess. Let's get on with it. I changed the money to the given amount. So let's build ourselves a Queen Anne for way too many sims for way too little money. So, Queen Anne. I'm thinking porches and I'm thinking towers. Am I gonna use round walls? Or will that make me literally hate myself? I don't actually think round walls are that Queen Anne. I think mostly it was angled walls for towers. Probably hated working with round walls too, huh? Oh wait, only 2 floors. Oh. A tower with only 2 floors. Oh. We also need to get rid of the short wall height, because that's not that Queen Victorian to me. Struggling a little bit with the layout, because I keep being too big. Because Queen Anne's in my head are big and I have so many rooms. But I don't have the budget to be this big. I'm living too large. I need to restrain myself. This could be the front. The back, however, is troublesome still. Why are you not a room? Why aren't you a room? I'm also doing something that I don't usually do, and that is building it from the outside first. And I am not comfortable with that, because I'm already afraid that this floor plan is gonna royally fuck me over. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Thinking a little balcony here. And this just standing out a bit to create more interest. On this side of the wall, because having a Queen Anne style house with 1 wall just being plain is super freaky and unusual. I'm already blasting through my budget though. Damn it. I Only pastels too. Well, first of all, let's try and figure out the roof. Now, lucky for me, Queen Anne rooftops are crazy. And it doesn't look weird if mine is crazy too. First of all, the tower. This needs to be taken in a little bit too. So I have a weirder roof line because that's actually something we want for this build. So this one is a given. I would say this can get a gabled roof too. I'm probably gonna switch around some of these things still, but I'm just having fun with roofs for now. If the opportunity to have really weird roofs presents itself, you should absolutely take it. And the tower is, like, everything here needs to be a little bit flatter just so that the tower stands out more as super high. Can I get a pastel roof? Oh, let's go with this one for now. Trying to use this on the tower and maybe the balcony too, but only the balcony. If you hold shift, you can single tile these. I don't know if you know that yet. If you don't, that's a neat trick for you. Or not single tile, but single wall them, I should say. And now I just have to find a way to marry the roof trim with this thing. This could actually work. I rarely / never use that trim, but in this case. Now what would actually be great would be novelty trims for these gabled roofs. Because in Victorian houses they sometimes have decoration in the gables. But we don't have that, I think. And for any other decoration, I just have to watch my money. Oh my god. I don't think the money's gonna play ball. These cottage living pillars do fit quite nicely with the Queen Anne theme, I think. The problem is, it's pricey to have so many pillars, but it's the style of the house. This is gonna fuck me in the ass. Sorry, children. But also not sorry, because I'm right. My fan just turned on by itself. Shush it. This is so expensive. I don't even have doors and windows yet. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Well, first of all, some novelty fans, I guess. Something playful. And we're not even done with the expenses. Ay. But this should be here as well. Why is that so? Just to annoy me. Here as well. Super annoying, but I'm gonna ignore it. Still have to roofline this, so... Why did I make this so annoying for myself? There was no need for that. The roof totally doesn't want to work with me. I'm also not the best with roofs, as you can see. But I think I made it work? Question mark. Well, we do have a roof. I think Queen Anne was even a filter here. I'm not always too fond of the filters because I feel like they leave out a lot of stuff that would actually work well. But let's see. We have more pastels. Man, these Space Cane doors are pricey. I think this one in white fits perfectly well, honestly. At a much lower cost. Now before I do the windows or really anything, I have to figure out how to get 9 rooms in here. Let me just randomly draw shapes. I keep this and get a little doorway here, so this is like a sitting room attachment to what could be a study here. I need to not forget my weird shapes. The weird shapes are important. 6 now. Living area, kitchen and dining. Wait, I need to figure out. I made a mistake. Okay, a stair won't easily fit here anymore. I need stairs. Wait. Cheap as fuck stairs. Weird little Victorian house layouts are real troublemakers. This is so narrow. Smaller wall height would really help right about now, but I can't do that, not with the style. This way I could still have that study. I think that is the way to go, honestly. Actually, Might even have too many rooms now. Let me just make this layout make sense and then see what I do about the rooms. I have to house how many Sims? 8 Sims. So let's say 2 adults, 6 children. 6 children wouldn't share a room. 3 maybe? That would be 2 kids' room, 1 adult room would be 3. But also they need a second bathroom, definitely. So 4 rooms up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Plus 4 upstairs would work. The many Sims is what's really throwing a wrench between my feet, because how do I do that? So the study area will be open, this won't be a room. I decided, so that I can get a bathroom up here. But I also don't know where. Or maybe this will be a bathroom? No, I can't do that. Could not possibly do that. I mean, many Victorian buildings had very tiny bathrooms. Wasn't the top priority. But now also the people's rooms are getting significantly smaller. But this should be the right room count. God, this layout is weird. Oh my god. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Good. I hate using the expensive base game doors. But it does make sense here. Oh wait, these, no. Backtracking. I'm not using the expensive ones, I'm using these ones. Maybe we can pull this one out. That would probably help a lot. Just not with money. Money is so tight. Wait, let me put the novelty windows in first. This little nook predestined for a novelty window. I'm gonna say right now, the garden is gonna be so bare. I won't be able to afford anything. Maybe I should just have less windows too. I don't like it. It's not ideal. Okay. Pastel colors for the wall. The roof is green, so ideally I wouldn't want to clash with the roof. Go for something, like it's not exactly Queen Anne, but if we go from something like this, might work. Because with this wall color, I can put a little bit of interest here and there, which I like. And while it's not the standard thing for Queen Anne's, it's also not completely unheard of. I'm purposefully not using the same style of this wall everywhere, because that's also not what has been done historically. So what do we think? Okay, I'm gonna put in some lights so we can actually see. They're not gonna be Queen Anne lights, I'm gonna tell you that much. What does the Queen Anne filter say about floors? Not bad, not bad. Just expensive. Outside of the filter, maybe this one can work. It has some interesting floor colors. And it's not as expensive too. Oh my god, my budget! It's melting away. Okay, maybe to save some money, I gotta get rid of some walls. What does the Queen Anne filter say about this? Not much. Luckily, I would personally file a little bit more under that filter. Like this wallpaper, for example. Which I'm gonna put into the parental bedroom, which is the smallest of the bedrooms, but it only has to house 2 people, so there we go. If we pick this dirty version, it's only 2. I mean, the wood paneling sucks. Like, not wood paneling, but like the floorboards, this thingy here. But I'm gonna ignore that until I come up with something better, and if I don't come up with something better, well, sucks. But that's how it's gonna stay then. This is also very Victorian to me, so it's allowed to stay too. And this isn't technically Queen Anne, but I don't think the one that was originally tagged in it is that much more Queen Anne than this one here. That was tagged as Queen Anne, I think. Both of these are more in line with 1920s. But it works, just like something embellished. We don't really have anything, in my opinion, that's completely Queen Anne. Oh my god, we don't even have 20,000 anymore and I haven't furnished anything yet. Screw me over. This isn't gonna work, but I also don't know if I can actually make this any smaller. We're gonna have to make some fascinating choices. Blue and red. This is very color-coded. By accident. I don't often use the fancy part tiles too when I use these tiles, just because it's often a bit too much, but here it's really good to divide the space. And for the over-embellished Queen Anne theme. Now, can I get this furnished? Probably not. I have a feeling I know what it will suggest. Nothing. Oh, okay. I thought it would suggest this one, and I was gonna say it's too pricey. I'm not gonna do it. However, I think this one is also quite cool for the Queen Anne theme. Just having an ice box, essentially. This is so cheap. I have to check if I can use that. I mean, it's not the worst, is it? It's so cheap. It's so very, very cheap. And we have to use the cheapest oven. It's not really fitting for the style, but like this one is so much more expensive. I cannot really excuse getting this one. Although I'd love to. Even comes in pastels, fuck me. Damn, I really want to use that. I'm not decorating just now because I feel like we're not there yet. If, and that's a big if, there's money left by the end of this, that's when we can start. Also, this houses many more Sims than I think I can feed. Because I don't think I can afford a table big enough. I'm struggling so much right now, just with the budget. I wanted a fireplace too, because that's very Victorian. I don't think there are Victorian homes without fireplaces, frankly. But it's so expensive. Maybe this small one in a blushy pastel. It's not really what I was hoping to have, but... Why Queen Anne and so many people with such a little budget? It's like she's trying to kill me. You know, let's get back to the living room and start off with the bedrooms first, because that's gonna be expensive as oh fuck. Jesus fucking Christ, no way. I mean, it's already saying no to the idea of bunk beds, but I'm very much yes on the idea of bunk beds, because otherwise it's not gonna be possible at all. Also, why isn't this bed listed as Queen Anne? Question mark. This filter is so bogus. Hey, skulls are very Victorian. I mean, not skulls like these usually, but we're not questioning it. I'm just trying to get through I'm just trying to get through this build, honestly. Oh my god. This is the cheapest. I need to use this cheap bed. It's just I don't want to because it really clashes. It's not Victorian. This room has a better layout. Maybe I can fit 4 kids in here instead of just 3. I think it's alright to have that in front of the window, honestly. It's realistic. It's not ideal, yes, but listen, I want to fit kids into rooms. Man, I would really love it if I could just stack them like this. Heck me, I'm gonna try it. Because that looks cool. And it looks like an actual setup for a room, so let me check that. But you can't use this. You can! Okay, good. Now go away. This works. This is good. I can do this. I can do this, Bill. Plumbella won't break me. I'm just putting in the essentials so far. Oh, that's cheap. I'll take that. This is the most Queen Anne looking of the cheaper ones. cheaper ones. It's not cheap. It's a fucking $400 toilet. Okay, technically, this is a functioning house. Oh my god. I just wanted to make that clear. As far as I'm concerned, from this point on, I have completed the challenge. I'm just doing extra stuff now. Jesus fucking Christ. Bathrooms are especially expensive, so what if they only have one bathroom and this room is just something else? I mean, 8 Sims can share a bathroom, right? Just want to save some money. Oh wait, maybe a layout change. Oh, I hate myself. Okay, so now that this room is significantly smaller, does it work better? Because I would like to have the entire thing smaller, which would also help with the money. But, the upstairs is already so cramped. I would ideally like to take that in, but I don't think I can make that fit here. I mean, we could do it like this. Yeah, you can still use both sides of the bed, so it's still technically fitting enough of the Sims. Roofline is fucked. Well, what else is new? It's a Victorian house. Am I reaching cursed territories? If I take that one in and have this one out too. No, it's actually fitting. It's very Victorian. Okay, if I do it that way, then this should be a straight wall. This might work. And you know what? There is not gonna be a TV. Not just because of money, but also because I actually don't think it would be that fitting, to be honest. It would totally destroy the vibe. At least I think so. And then the money thing comes in handy. I think this is more like a conversation room. And if anything, they'd have music. I don't know if I will have money for that. Just putting stuff in every room, just a little bit, to have the bare minimum there. Bare minimum for the study. I'm also unsure if that even actually includes a computer. There would be a fitting computer, like the old-timey one from, I think, Cottage Living, was it? But I don't think a Victorian Queen Anne study definitely needs one. What's happened there? Oh, I don't like it. I don't like that at all. I'm gonna ignore the bug for now. Would this actually be cheaper if I didn't have a wall there? Oh, it would. Goodbye wall. A very Victorian music box, I guess. I'm pretty pleased with myself that I've gotten even so far and still have actually money left. Despite the state of things here. That I'm very well aware of. Do both kids' rooms need desks? Because I'm thinking no. We have 2 dining room seats, a study downstairs, a study upstairs. They will find places to do their homework. Who needs that? But like a toy chest. Now, that's important. And a wooden toy chest looks very Victorian. I mean, a Victorian dollhouse would also be very cool and very expensive. Gosh darn it. Maybe one with a green roof too. Just like ours has a green roof. And instead of a desk, they can get a creative desk. If I find one that fits. Or is dirt cheap? Dirt cheap is alright too. And comes in blue pastels. Sure, not the most Victorian thing, but like, they didn't have activity tables. I put something on the outside. There. Styled the garden. This is not at all... This is again very Art Deco, very 20s, very 1915. But like, you know what? It is labeled as Victorian. And the blue room really needs some sprucing up in that department. The spider web, exactly. Sure, let's decorate the hallway. Why one of the most expensive decor styles with a budget limitation? Why would we do that to me? Why would somebody want to hurt me like this? Don't even dare to clutter. So far, no room has curtains. I'm scared to use curtains, because I don't like to half curtain things. It may be needed though. Cheap and looks like storage, so I can act as something was going on here when there's really not anything going on here. Because I'm too cheap. Or rather, actually I'm not cheap. I'm poor. I just can't afford it. And here I'm thinking some skill building. We can have a stitching corner. And no, the price difference is too high. This one is 65. The one that's a bit better is 150. But I can afford the stitching kit. And the Sims can sit here, look out the window. It's alright. Something cheap to do for the kids, don't mind me. This is the craft corner. God, I really dislike this build. Which is a shame, because it's only a financial problem. If I had more money, I would really enjoy furnishing it. But right now, I can't afford any of the items I really want to use, and I can't afford the amount of items I would like to use. Or actually, it's not the money. The amount of money was decent, just not for 8 fucking Sims. Another thing is that all the Sims in this household will constantly be annoyed because they're saying that the home is poorly decorated. Well, decoration is gonna be especially tricky. Paintings are already ridiculously pricey in the Sims. And especially the fancy looking ones, which would be more on brand for the Queen Anne thing. I still like the shell of the house, honestly. A few Sims less and a few bucks more, and this could be a pretty decent Victorian home. Well, alas, it's not to be. Drying herbs are a good wall decoration for Victorian kitchens, I think. I don't really even have flooring here. I should probably change that before I continue with decoration. I mean, I could also delete this. The problem is here. I was considering putting a wall here anyway. I should do a more reasonable interior design for that house after the challenge. Maybe I will. Here, decoration. Isn't it nice? Get a single picture. My Sims will better not be complaining. I don't even have a trash can. I also should have a hedge or a fence, but those things cost a lot of money. Normally I think I would do something like the romantic garden pack. It even comes in a pastel. I never used that swatch, by the way. Could be considered an opportunity then. This is now painted in pastels too. If I could at least use debug for the landscaping and all that. No, not even that. Not even that. One thing I'm gonna put in there, because it's very Victorian, is a sculpture. I'm gonna make it fucking large. There we go. Victorian garden sculpture. And now I have 300 for everything else, which will be nothing, honestly. I'm not even changing the lights. I can't use better lights. This is so pathetic. Maybe something on the balcony. Oh my god, this is the saddest build I ever did. The kids' rooms have no decoration. Oh my god. Okay, I have 7 simoleons left. That's not gonna do anything, so... Can't even tell you how unhappy I am with this. I like the shell of it. I really do. That's why I am so unhappy. But in the end, it was just too many Sims and too little money. I'm just like Homer Simpson. I have 8 Sims and no money, and I'd rather have no Sims and 8 money. So, this is the build from the outside. I do really like the shell, as I said. But other than that, I was severely lacking in space and money. Heading inside, we have this very empty entry section where nothing happens. Right next to it is the kitchen where, well, all the necessities are there, but it's very bare bone. And then right next to it is the study that the Sim just walked in and out. And it has just a desk and a bookcase and nothing more. And next to that is the living room. That's more of a sitting room. I would have liked to have a real fireplace there. And maybe, you know, any kind of decoration. But they can listen to music, so there's that. And in this section, there's absolutely nothing going on. There is a chair. And nothing else. It is tragic. Now, heading upstairs, we have another tower nook. This time, it has a little bit of skill building at least, but other than that, it's also incredibly empty. I would like to add that this tower room in and of itself is pretty gorgeous with these windows and the view, but well... Aside from that and this little side table thingy, this hallway is completely barren. This is the only bathroom for 8 Sims. It has a tub and a shower combo, so that's practical. And other than that, it has everything you need and not a single thing more. Kids' room 1, the blue room, is cramped. You immediately run into the beds, but they have, you know, activities to do. They have a toy box, they have this creative table. They're fine. They're also right next to the main bedroom that has a bed and a bed, an entry to well, an empty balcony. To the other side of the parental bedroom is the pink room. And the pink room has 2 beds and a desk and a Victorian home, because I thought that was funny. And absolutely no decoration aside from that thing here. But they can do friendship bracelets. And that concludes our tour of this sad, sad, sad house. I have to say it one more time. I actually like the shell. It is a horror challenge. Plumbella made this challenge specifically for tortured reasons. So it's no surprise that I did feel a little tortured. For now, I say goodbye to my little Victorian nightmare and to you. See you in the next video. Until then, have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.